Mold Squad Restoration, 312-607-8225. We're here today on a mold remediation, mold removal project. Pretty much, it's a pretty big project for us. We had to come in here and do a 4-foot flood cut everywhere. Some spots 2 feet, perimeter walls. What happened here was there was some particle board subfloor. Now we have put OSB, which is a lot stronger. It's 3/4, but they had 3/4 particle board on the ground. So there was something happened here where pipe bursted or something happened. It's been sitting for so long. Well, water got underneath the it got on the old plywood. Well, not plywood, on the old particle board. And not only that, there was insulation about 2 feet deep with a vapor barrier on the other side of that joist, and it just caused it to get wet. That particle board started waving, and it just caused the floor to get very, very weak. We removed the entire subfloor, the old one. Some spots we left that were still good, like say for example this one. This spot over here we had to cut it out, but you can see how nasty it got. We have to cut this side out. But if you can see, the mold also. There was mold caused by this flood here. So this job looks a lot better now. It was just so ugly. Luckily there was a vapor barrier in the crawl space because that insulation just made a mess everywhere. But here we are. I'm showing you guys. As you guys see the plywood I'm walking on, it's because it's we already installed that. Kitchen was the worst spot. You can see here all the mold. We still got to spray that down for a third time and scrub it. But this house is called a modular house. Well, here we go. Here's a good example of the mold that was in the house. The reason why there's still drywall there is because this is called a modular house, from what I was told, and it's pretty basically weird. Like they build as they go. So what happened here? They built all the joists. They put the old particle floor on. Then they put laminate. Vinyl sheet flooring, and then they built the framing on top of it. So it's just weird how they built it. To me this looks like they put some drywall in, then they build a framing over it, and then it's just weird basically. I hate houses that are like this because there's a lot of detail, but hey, whatever. We handle everything. So here we got a roof leak. You see the mold coming in. This is separate from what had happened. This is not what caused it to happen. The entire floors here were ruined. You could see all the black, a little bit black everywhere. We clean them up as much as possible already, but there's still some areas where there's still some mold. So here we go. Here's an area here. We just had to put a lot of people are going to say, hey Jay, why are you guys working backwards? Shouldn't the drywall be done first, all the removal? But yeah, you guys are right. The fact is that particle board was so weak that when we stepped on a floor piece of floor that didn't have a joist in it, our foot went through it and we were falling down. And it's basically like almost a 4-foot fall if we were to fall. We didn't want our guys getting hurt, so we just started putting in plywood. It's the smartest thing to do, and then we'll just go back to the detail. But you can see here, the different color of the wood, because it's it's been treated. And there you could see where it lightened up the surface. There are chemicals. So here we are. Here's another room that's missing missing plywood. And dude, I promise you, we were all walking on joists for a long time until we put this plywood in. So imagine this home having just nothing but joist everywhere. We were doing that during demolition, and it was just hard for us to really work. We wanted to do about 90% of the demolition. That way we don't affect this new plywood and have to retreat it. So, but yeah, this is it. Luckily, like I said, there was already a vapor barrier on the ground, and that helped a lot with the little small garbage. You can still see a little bit of garbage in there, but that's nothing major. The majority is out of here. So this job is almost finished. Once all the floors are in, we're gonna treat the walls one more time, pull all the nails out, all the screws out, and then that's it. So we're actually every time we pop in a new OSB board, there's about 7 joists that one OSB board goes on, and we're cleaning them as we go. We already had sprayed them one time, but some spots need to be scrubbed with antimicrobial and a surface whitener as well. So here we are. Here's another framing that has some mold on it, and it's just this job was pretty nasty. It smelled like a sewer in here at the beginning, because all that water was trapped in between the old subfloor and the insulation. And once we were able to take out the vapor barrier that was holding up the insulation, a lot of pools of water fell. But yeah, here we are, and I'm kind of glad it's at this stage, because it's already basically done. So Mold Squad Restoration, 312-607-8225. Again, we're Mold Squad Restoration and Contracting, 312-607-8225. This is our, one of our logos here. Okay, and I'm Jay, and that is it. I will keep you guys posted on the completion. Okay, thank you. www.moldsquadusa.com.